And there's no reason why you can't keep using Deborah, Brendan. You're not bricked. It's a bit of a gross overstatement.
Let us be off.
It's only 4 whatevers. Bakesh? No, that's detect. The other one. Jean? Jean, right?
Hey, we've got some weaklings.
Yeah, maybe.
Let us end this quickly.
If he is not meta, he is bricked. Wise words as always, Smash. Wise words.
What do you think is inside? Careful now.
I know you love a bit of meta.
Good job.
I really don't think they'll give them advanced classes. I think main character's going to be powerful enough as it is. I think if you start throwing ninja skills and samurai skills and all sorts of shit onto MC, he is going to go out of control. Like, he's going to be a ballistic missile. Yeah, it makes sense, Jobster. Iarumas hits really hard early on. His damage tapers off a bit later in terms of his melee swings. But he is always a DPS beast because Zarlik hits unreasonably hard.
Onward.
Wonder what Dark Elf guy or whatever he is going to be like tomorrow. I bet he's going to be mid.
Onward.
Whoa, what's all this?
2-hit bow or dex bow incoming.
Let us end this quickly.
A list of adventurers that you can dismiss without worry. Milana. Milana, Eckert. Anyone disagree with Eckhart? Not Barbara. Barbara has Assault Guard, doesn't she? Assault Guard's really good. If you don't know why Assault Guard is good, you haven't been ambushed enough. Jesus. So one delay strike on characters is delay attack on characters is pretty useful. I use delay attack a lot on like hard combat content, but I don't think you really want a leveled up delay attack. There really isn't any need for that. Warriors Battlecry is fine to set up some various things, but yeah, it's not super important. Chloe's probably quite low priority. Marianne. Brendan, go and wash your mouth out with soap. That's absolutely unreasonable. No, Will to Fight can be pretty good. Will to Fight is quite a hefty damage increase apparently when you're at low life, which does come up sometimes, and also survivability increase, but you're usually dead the next time you get hit.
Onward.
Nah, Will to Fight is good enough. It's definitely not super high quality, but it's good enough. Vivian is... what's Vivian? What is Vivian? I can't remember again. Oh, hiding. Hiding is useful if you're using it. Like, hiding is something you would love to level up if you're using it. But if you're not going to be really using it on your thief, you don't really need to level it up. But like level 7 hiding makes sneak attack hit really hard. The thing is, it increases the damage of your sneak. So if you're sneaking, let me show. Hold on. It's not very often that I actually use sneak,
I
but
am on the defensive.
So it's still quite efficient. It's still only 12 SP at this level.
I am on the defensive. A sound victory. Just as expected.
It does more damage when you're hiding. If your hiding is higher. So like, let me look at the skill. Here it is. Okay. So, makes Caesar hidden and increases multiple abilities. Multiple abilities increase further while hidden cancellation rate decreased based on skill level. So it means you can stay hidden for longer without getting disrupted. Like level 1 hide gets disrupted a lot. Level 6 hide gets barely disrupted at all. So it allows your thief to hide on the front line as well and not get targeted by enemies that have mega accuracy like a lot of the enemies do on high levels. So it allows a thief to exist in the front line without getting absolutely butchered. It's the same for ninjas, but ninjas is much harder to raise their concealment. It's pretty much exactly the same. No, it's not concealment, is it? Illusory mist? No. Yeah, it must be this. No, of course it's my brain is completely gone. My brain has popped out of my head. Yeah, concealment. It is concealment. Would you think it would be worth it to teach Iarimas typed spells? Honestly, Brendan, not really. Iarimas is a really boring character. He's a very powerful character, but a really, really boring one. Because Zalek is so powerful that that's the only thing you ever really want to do with him. He can hit people in the front line, and he can Zalek. And there's nothing else you really want to do. Like, his mage spells suck because he doesn't have Way of the Mage, so he can't decrease spells. Yeah, you just mental unity in Zalek. That's literally it. That's the entire play pattern of Iarimas on bosses. And on normal content, you just whack things with him. That's it. Yeah, he's just a boss sneaker. It's his whole thing.
Let us
That's why I wasn't really that interested in Iarimas. Much more interested in Buchanan than Iarimas. She has all sorts of like versatile things going on. And he is just a very straightforward, like, absolute nuker. Yeah, Buchanan can do really good damage once she's level 4 True Words, and has a leveled up Heavy Strike. She can also be really tanky. And she can play a supporting role as well and debuff. If you want something to nuke shit real hard, then Iarimas is going to do that way better than any other character possibly can. With the exception of maybe like Cuisinart, full power strike warriors. That are stacked to the teeth, stacked to the gills. I think that's the only comparable thing in the game right now to Zalek's nuke potential.
Here we go. I know this.
Heavy attack, yeah, heavy attack, sorry. Not heavy strike.
Onward.
Yeah, I mean you can, Brendan. You might want to do that every so often, but
There must be treasure.
What do you think is inside?
it's a waste of his MP, to be honest.
Careful now.
Might be nice to
Good
have
job.
very, very occasionally. Self-healing has saved me a number of times in this game. I wouldn't underrate self-healing. Skill-based healing.
a tricky one.
Skill-based healing is actually pretty darn good when you think about it. Like, there are very few forms of healing in this game, and having a skill point based one that scales more the lower you are in hit points is actually pretty darn good. Like, you don't need any kind of divine power or anything to power that up on yourself. So having that on your characters, I've got that on all my front line, and it saved me a number of times. Wild Strike is in her kit, but Wild Strike is an awful ability.
Got some weaklings to kill.
I would not recommend Wild Strike.
Let's quickly do away with this rabble. This is too cruel. A sound victory. Who could have suspected? Could be quite so entertaining.
Keeping as a boss slayer in the tavern, adventure with Adam and quality of life encounters. Who's gonna write the list? Not me. It's,
Enemies are near.
in my opinion, the only two that I can think of, personally, that I would say are harmless to dismiss or whatever you want to do with them. They are Vivian, unless you have an evil team, like a full evil team, and Eckert. Now, Eckart's an alright character in his own right,
Let us end this.
but those two have really, really shit abilities. I don't know if anyone has really found any kind of use for the taunting strike thing that Eckert has, whose name I always forget. But I think that ability is actual super mega trash. Daniel is Macaldia? Absolutely not.
Where'd you crawl out from?
I will not hear you out, Resi.
Let us end this quickly.
Macaldia is like one of the best buffs in the game.
I suppose that's passive.
I don't think any of the priests are disposable at all. I don't think a single one of them is. Especially Marianne. Oh, it's down. Every single priest is like a must inherit. Every single one.
Whoa, what's all this?
Yeah, absolutely.
A heavy blow.
Unless you have Redbeard's buff, Macaldia is your go-to every single time for buff slots, for like offensive buffs. And even if you do have Redbeard's buff, there's lots of situations where you'd rather use Macaldia than Redbeard's line thing.
You must heal. I'll repay you.
Blessing of Agora. Stay safe.
Alex? Alex's stun bash isn't super important. It is something that I used a lot when I was leveling. But it isn't super important because it is a low hit attack. It's something that's still nice to have, I think. I wouldn't, like, just cast out Alex. But you probably could get rid of him. Garolf actually kind of is, as sad as that is. Garolf is about as useful as Viviana if you're not using Garolf. Like, his ability inherit is fucking awful. It's actually so bad. It's like worse than Heavy Strike. The only good thing about it is it's sorry, Heavy Attack, my bad. The only thing about it is it's fire element, but it costs so much more and does so much less damage when it's inherited on someone else, especially when you're not using a mace. Yeah, it's fire, but like, it's not good fire. It needs you to use a mace with it to really get its full potential, and it's so much weaker when it's not on Geralf. It's such a pathetic move to inherit. Yeah, I mean Milana, I'm sorry. We've reached the point of the night where, like, my brain doesn't really function too well. I mean Milana, yes, sorry. Milana, poison attack, Milana. Terrible inherit.
Infiltrating.
Insane IQ. I've heard this a couple of times. I think it's absolute bullshit. Like, it's some awful rumor. There's just no world you would want to run Milana over, like, Adam or Yekaterina or like one of the new age mages from the collab. I just don't buy into it. She's just an average kind of dark mage. Elf mage does what she does. Yeah, thief mage also has terrible synergy. She also doesn't have magic attack as her scaling ability. She has what magic defense and action speed, which is okay, but it's nothing very special.
Could be quite so entertaining.
Hello, Smaj. Just talking about your incredible IQ and dark affinity. Inherited Yekaterina onto it. Well, I mean, you could, or you could just build Yekaterina. The only good thing about Milana is if you're actually running a full evil group, and I think the like 99% of players in this game will not be running a proper evil comp. More power to you if you are. But I think it's a tiny sliver of the player base that's ever going to really be realizing that. And even if you do, you can totally make it without Milana. Mage Milana also has like 2 HP, as most elf mages do.
There's treasure
What do you
somewhere
think
close.
is inside?
Use Eulalia on your Wana. Eulalia's Inherit is really good. Eulalia's Inherit is really, 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 really good, but only if you're using knights.
An enemy is there.
I don't.
There's an
I'm keeping my Eulalias now. Who uses knights? Indeed, I know. I understand that.
Must you look so great?
Her, like, the behind cover is the reason to use a knight, in my opinion. It's really, really good. It saves you from so much bullshit. Like, I kind of miss it. I miss it. But Fighter 1 is incredible. Full Power Strike is just too good. Yeah, Savia's already in the back row.
Let's look inside.
Typically, at least, Savia's already in the back row.
Careful.
She's a back row knight.
Good job.
Eldorado, yeah, I think cover's pretty shit. Yeah, I think cover... Does anyone ever use, like, leveled up cover? I'm pretty sure Eldorado can go. Yeah, I think Eldorado is an actual trash can. Trash can Inherit. Yep, good shout, Rezi.
I look forward to our return to town.
I don't think... Like, you barely use cover as is, let alone leveled up cover. That costs way more skill points. I don't think it's really it.
Let us sneak in.
An enemy is there.
Yeah, behind cover is free. That's what makes behind cover so good. You don't have to set it up. It's just a passive that happens. It's action economy. Massive action economy. Because it saves you a huge amount of healing. And you don't have to use any turns to do it.
No quarter will be given.
Sometimes it can even save you from death. I have most of my Eulalia's inherited on Lana Vale.
Let us end this quickly.
But she's not a knight anymore, so she doesn't get any use out of it. Probably never will again.
Be upon your head.
I'm keeping my Eulalias now, just in case they release some crazy knight. There's honestly a world, like, I'm not joking when I say I might just pull for Redbeard, like, and just whatever class he gets, I don't care. So if he gets knight, I might end up just playing him as a knight.
This bores me. Let us end this quickly.
Nah, Redbeard is neutral. He's neutral and he's typeless. He's
What do you think
neutral
is
type,
inside?
which I really like about him.
Now. Good job.
If Redbeard got fighter or knight, I think I'd use him. Maybe even anyway, honestly. Just use him as a cleric. He's a cool character.
Careless.
No
Use him as a
quarter will
priest.
be- See God's curse.
It'd only really suck if you got mage. Mage would be the worst by like a really long way. Even thief could have good synergy, because if you get thief as a if you get thief as a cross class for a priest, you can run him as priest, and you can use your SP on Blood Edge, and then use Mace of Tumult with Blood Edge, which is actually a very reasonable use for your SP as a priest, which usually has no use for it.
I'm going.
Do they announce class change for each character? The only announcement that we've had for it was when they released the event with the class books. So they announced Gerard and Abenius, which were the first two legendaries that were brought out. That's the only time that we've seen that before. I used cover for Burke, for pre-20 Burke, making sure that Lana was protecting him most of the time. It's probably the most anyone's used cover, Quantum. Great thinking outside the box. Cover just is very restrictive for what it does, because it only affects a row, and you can do all cover at later levels, but it massively leeches your SP, and it still doesn't even work all the time. It's a pretty feels bad ability. Pre-20 Burke is actually the worst thing in the entire game. She is a right Burke.
Pound him with my flames.
Let us end this quickly.
They feel okay, Dorcamus. They're missing a lot of evasion from accuracy.
What do you think is inside?
Precision Strike feels a lot better early, but it has much worse attack power scaling. Heavy Strike outperforms it quite considerably as you level up more and get more attack power scaling on your gear. Precision Strike is still very useful because it's like guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed sure hit, pretty much guaranteed accuracy, and can disrupt concentration. Does loads of damage against a concentrating target. So there's still plenty of applications for it. It's a nice skill to have, but it's not really like super important. You could skip it and probably not miss it too much. Oh shit, I've gone the wrong way. I'm a fool. Sucks when it doesn't. Most of the time I was glad it did. I was grateful that I had that mercy. Worth 2 since she has a dragon slayer once and is absolutely doing some damage. Yep. So knights are very much an early game thing. Like knights I think are really strong in the early game, and they just get increasingly worse because their scaling's really bad and they don't get good abilities. Knight's defense though, if you can get Knight's defense to work properly, it's probably one of the best anti-boss tools in the game. You have to get your action speed sorted for it though, because otherwise you're going to be popping that shit off when it's not actually functional. Not really, Wawamu. It'll do fine damage early on, but realistically, heavy attack is just going to outscale it massively, especially since you can really level up heavy attack, but you can't really level up precision. Precision Strike is nice for what it is, this very low SP move that almost always hits, like has a good chance of critting or sure hitting, but it's never going to really match up to heavy attack scaling.
I'm going.
It doesn't scale very well, Wobaboo.
Here I go.
Yeah, it's got really, really weak scaling. And really, really weak attack power scaling as well. Which is a shame, because it's a very powerful ability.
I have your back.
Let us end this quickly.
The types are misaligned.
It'd probably be too good if it did scale well. Heavy attack? Full power strike?
A sound victory. Just as expected. What do you think is inside? Careful now. Good job.
Bows are fine. Nothing wrong with bows. It's probably better to use a spear if you've got a good spear, but there are times when being bow is really useful.
How do we maneuver? Tell me your approach.
Let us end this quickly.
I mean, it isn't way better. It's about 10% better, right? Because it's getting Where the Warrior scaling. But actually, no, yeah, it is. It's about 10% better, yeah.
Turn back? Whatever.
Shall we go out again today?
Haven't seen a single spear ever since you started playing the game. Not a single one. Are you sure? I'm sure you must have seen a spear at some point, Rezi.
Let's look inside.
Yeah, okay. I haven't seen a single spear in my whole time playing Daphne. It's a hell of a statement.
An enemy.
Oh, did we finish farming fairies? Well, hey! We're skillbook rich. So I immediately went towards using one, and I plan on still using spears after slaying the dragon. Ah, cool. Yeah, spears are really great in the back row for like back row fighters, since they can hit over a rank. They're not really that big of a deal in the front row, but back row they're excellent.
An enemy.
I have your back.
Haven't seen a single reason to uninstall Daphne since starting the game. I've seen a few, to be honest with you, Brendan. I've seen quite a few. I wouldn't say I've had any close calls, but like, there are definitely some very infuriating things in this game. Most of them bugs.
There must be treasure. Let's look inside.
Oh, boomers were suffering on emulators. The emulators weren't... So
Careful
playing on
now.
emulator wasn't that frustrating because I didn't know
Good
what
job.
playing on Steam felt like. But if I were to step backwards now and go back to playing on emulator, I would have the worst time. I think I would find it actually unplayable. So much quality of life missing in the UI. There certainly is this street. You're telling me.
Let us end this quickly.
You should have seen it at the start. Farm events and log into the dailies. Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's up a door. This time. Man, when I decide to crack open all these piles, it's going to be such a mess. We're going to have the worst time. Ah, you just love spears. Do you have Savia, Quantum? Were you playing when Savia was brought out? Or did you miss her? It's a crying shame if you missed her, if you love Dragoons. She'll come back eventually, and you'll get to pull on her again, no doubt, but she is like the Dragoon in this game.
Onward.
It's going to take me an entire week. No. I've got the copium, Dorcamus, is that mass extract is going to make it really quick and easy. I don't want to hear anything to the opposite. So depending where Tectone was. Ah, yeah. She'll be back eventually, Quantum. She'll be back eventually. You'll get your chance, I'm sure. Yeah, she's such a Dark Knight. Or a Dragoon, rather, sorry. She's really, really cool.
Opportunity.
Ah, nice, Resi. Oh, the jump skill.
Let us in.
I would love to see the... I mean, I would love to see a Sahagan character with the jump skill. That would be the dream for me. Narkais was saying he's been trying that with his Sabia and it works really well, Dorcamus, so maybe.
Onward. An enemy is there.
It sounds like Ophelia has really cool animations. Hello, Edel. Good morning.
Take
This is too cruel.
This pause.
I should probably go soon. Especially if I'm going to try to get up early for the patch.
Let us end this quickly.
The types of these
Hope your character's good. Don't we all? Don't we all, Edel? What do you mean underworking? I've been streaming for 12 and a half hours. 12 and a half hours. Give me a break. Thank you, Resi. Thank you. Also, in the same breath, I was like, I'm trying to get up as close to 8 AM tomorrow morning to stream again. You did a shift and took a nap? Yeah. I'm just about to finish up, I think.
Good job.
Can't wait for it, sadly. I'm going to try to be on early tomorrow, though, for, because it's patch day. It's patch day. 8 AM is in, 7.5 hours. It's 2 AM for you.
Let us sneak in.
Yeah, that's when the patch hits. I should probably go. I don't know, Quantum. Yeah, Quantum, I don't know. Yeah, I think so, Dorcamus. It's when downtime comes. So, or when downtime ends. So, assuming downtime ends when it's meant to end. Quantum, I don't know Dark Elves in Wizardry, let alone in this setting of Wizardry. So I have no idea. I'm going to assume they're probably like subterranean cave dwellers. But that might not be true. We think it's going to be a Dark Elf. What will we? What am I going to play during downtime? I'm going to sleep during downtime, Resi. What am I going to play during downtime? Yeah, we'll see soon enough. It looks like he's going to be a beefy... Did you see the screenshot, Quantum? Um. Ah. Yeah, friend called when everything's not hidden to you, it has a lot of channels. Yeah, this is the silhouette. Yeah. So he's a beefy boy. It looks like he's got plate armor on. So probably a fighter or a knight. Almost certainly male. Almost certainly male. From the facial features. Looks like darkened skin and white hair, which again, dark elfy stuff. But yeah, apart from that, anyone's guess. Who knows? Alice's dad. Bit random. Or are they, Rezu? Or are they? That's an elf muscle mommy. Might be. No, Brendan. Don't leave us. Don't leave us in shame. I would love it to be a lord. I would probably pull it if it's a lord, but I don't think it will be. Yeah, I'll cross my fingers for it. I think it's unbelievably unlikely, but yeah, I mean, if it's a lord, I'll probably pull for it. Dark Knight class. Just unannounced Dark Knight. Maybe. Right, I gotta bounce. I'll try to be on as early as possible tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be exactly on 8. It might be a bit of a push. We'll see how things go. Much love, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. I'll try. It's already going to be only 7 hours from now. I need to eat. I need to do a bunch of chores. I need to go to sleep. I need to wake up. I need to do a bunch of chores. It's going to be hard. I'll try my best to be on it as soon as I can, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, as always. I really do appreciate it. It's so nice just having people to chat to about the game. I will see you